What's up, Warrior Babes? Hey, everybody. Nikki here, and welcome to our Sunday Warrior Babe Revolution Rally Call. I am excited to be here with you all and to fire you up with today's topic and drop some more golden nuggets in. We're going to talk about some workout training side of things today. Stoked to be here right now. We'll get started in a few minutes on this rally call, so go leave a comment inside the Facebook group and let the other Warrior Babes know in the group that this call is getting started and they want to tune in, because I know this topic is going to really help, as every topic does, but I know it's going to help a majority of our community. Anybody who's Actually, I'm not going to drop that hint right now. But go in the Facebook group, let them know this call is getting started and they want to chime in, and maybe they just don't know it's 6 o'clock yet and they need an extra reminder. So go let them know this call is live. All right, and if you guys are new to Warrior Babe, welcome to all of the new Warrior Babes. I'm so stoked. Our community gets bigger and bigger each week, and I just want to let you guys know that we do these calls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, make sure that you guys mark your calendars, make sure that you guys set your alarms, that you're here on time, because we get started sharp at the 6 o'clock hour Eastern Standard Time. All right? Now, before we do dive into today's topic, I do just, again, welcoming you Warrior Babes into the group, but also want to remind you guys about the Warrior Babe Revolution blast off emails that are inside of your email inbox for the first 14 days that you join this program. So they are really, really freaking important to, transition yourself into this Warrior Babe lifestyle and to help you start off on a really strong foot, to go through your whys, to go through your goals, to change anything that you've ever done in the past, any negatives, or rid yourself of any programs you've done, and really focus on the positives that you're after here with Warrior Babe and the goals that you're looking to accomplish. So those blast off emails are so important. It's just one task per day that's laying down some really strong foundations for you to get started inside this program. All right? So before we dive into today's topic, I'm really stoked to talk about this with you guys, because I know a lot of you guys experience this, have experienced it, and just need some more refreshing insight on this topic. So it'll help you guys get fired up to have some light bulbs go off, but to also understand maybe you need to tweak some things up, or maybe you need to do something a little bit differently that'll help to facilitate more results for yourself. So there's going to be some golden nuggets dropped. It's going to be a good call, and I'm super excited to talk about today's topic. Before we do dive in, one last thing really quick. Please, if you guys are new to Warrior Babe, don't be the person to ask questions that can be answered inside of the application, right? Don't be the person to ask questions inside the Facebook community and flood our Facebook community with questions that can be answered inside the application, okay? Because I'm going to tell you to go to where I know where it's at. The babes are going to tell you to go where they know where it's at. So it's for you it's a learning purpose. You got to know what you're getting yourself involved with, and to search to every place where it's necessary, because that's how you're going to learn. All right? If your question is not in the app, then click on the home screen, click Need Help, and that will take you to the Frequently Asked Questions resource page. It's an entire platform with our most frequently asked questions that the team is updating and making it a heck of a lot easier for you guys to work through. All right, so all the questions can be found there too as well. Now, if your questions can't be found in any of those areas, which is unlikely, but if it's not found there, then attend the Q&As. They're every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So our 2 calls weekly, 6 p.m. Sunday and 6 p.m. Wednesday Eastern Standard Time. Really simple to remember. All right, and then ask your questions on the Q&A. There's no silly or stupid questions. So come. It's a very valuable Q&A, right? You come to the Q&A and you're talking to me, and I'm helping you understand some questions that you need clarification on. So attend those Q&As. They're really freaking helpful for you. And if you can't find your question in any of those resources, then come into the Facebook group and ask the other fellow Warrior Babes for some help on the question that you do have. All right, okay, so now let's dive into today's topic. So I'm really, really, really stoked to talk about this with you guys, because I know it's going to open up a lot of it's going to bring more light to possibly your situation that you may be experiencing. It may have a couple light bulbs go off as to why you may be not getting some results that you are expecting to get some results faster. it's going to be a really good topic. All right, so, okay, Nikki, enough. Just dive into it. All right, so what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about how to train either after menopause, if you're perimenopausal, or even if you are somebody who is experiencing some hormonal imbalances. So listen up. If you're premenopausal, if you're perimenopausal, if you're through menopause and postmenopausal, or if you're somebody who has hormonal imbalances, this is your rally call right now. It's going to bring a lot of insight to you. So what I'm going to talk about, what happens during and after menopause. I'm going to talk about the importance of the simplicity of proper nutrition and strength training. Okay? So during this phase of life, it's a unique phase. I don't want you guys to look at it as something bad or it's something horrible or it's like, oh my God, I'm experiencing this. It's a phase of life, all right, guys? It's what we're all going to experience. It's just something that we all go through, and it's pretty fucking cool to be able to go through it because, especially as females, like, not men don't, and it's something that the human body is just capable of doing. So look at it that way. Don't look at it in a negative light. All right, so during this phase of life, menopause is associated with a natural decline in estrogen, and that increases visceral fat mass. So what I mean by that is that increases abdominal fat, right? There's a lot of you babes who are postmenopausal that are like, oh, I can't believe it. In these past couple of years, the weight has just flooded to my belly area, and it just seems so freaking hard to get off. Yeah, it's because a natural decline in estrogen, which that increases visceral fat mass, that holds on to more abdominal fat. So that's what that is, okay? And then it also decreases bone mass density, which leads to osteoporosis and fractures. I can't tell you guys how many women I used to see inside the emergency room that were older, that were coming with hip fractures, and people that experience osteoporosis. So, and along with this, your muscle mass, your strength, and your cognitive mental side things start to decline. This is just a phase of life. This is what happens during that phase of life. And your body shifts. Like how your body once performed at a younger stage changes during this new stage of life. And let me tell you right now, okay, I'm pretty sure I probably scared the tits off of you guys with what I just said, or a lot of people are like, yeah, that's me, I'm experiencing it. Look, there is a way to still work with these changes, and you can adapt to new methods and still get the results that you are seeking. It's really as simple as what I'm just going to say in a couple of minutes, but there's a way to work around it. All right? You guys, if you are postmenopausal, what got you that visceral fat is your hormonal changes and probably lack of nutrition or things that you have, the decades that you've been trying program after program after program and yo-yoing after yo-yo after yo-yo. There's a way to work around it now. I mean, you being a WarriorBabe is the first step. But then there's more. Then there's these little things that may help you even more moving forward. So the number one way to prevent those symptoms that I just shared with you from worsening at a fast rate during or after menopause is as legitimately as simple as the next 4 words that are going to come out of my mouth: strength training and proper nutrition. The number one way to prevent those symptoms: visceral fat, osteoporosis, hip fractures, lowering estrogen, decreasing bone muscle mass. The number one way to prevent those symptoms from worsening at a fast rate during your menopause period of life is strength training and proper nutrition. Look, it's literally as simple as that. I could end my rally call right now. Okay? But I'm going to deep dive a little bit further so that you guys can understand this, and it really drills into your head. So a couple areas when it comes to the workout arena is you guys, you older women, if you were athletes or you've been working out majority of your life, you have that mature muscle mass, right? You have mature muscle mass. And the way that you want to maintain that mature muscle mass so that it doesn't decline, so that it doesn't get weaker, is, and you better write this down, is to create longer rest periods for yourself, lower reps, and a challenging weight. So this helps with maintaining and keeping your bone mass density plus muscle mass from decreasing. Let me say it again. Longer rest periods, so like 60 seconds as opposed to like 45 seconds, but 60 seconds, and then possibly lowering your reps, maybe like 10 reps as opposed to 15, and challenging your weight. This helps with maintaining and keeping your bone mass density and muscle mass from decreasing. It keeps your mature muscle dense. And you guys are already doing this. Your body needs this type of resistance at this stage of life. Your body needs strength training. It needs this type of resistance at this stage of your life on your muscles. Strength training is the way to continue maintaining plus building a strong body throughout the rest of your years of your life. So even if you're perimenopausal and you're here inside of WarriorBabe and you're doing exactly what I'm telling you to do, you are legitimately setting yourself up for ungodly success as you move into the menopause arena of your life. If you're past menopause, this is something you need to take fucking seriously. I'm not kidding. I've seen it. I've seen people come into the ER. I've seen people with broken back, broken hips. I've seen people have the worst recovery time at an older age in life, because this time now, like for me, I look at it for me in my 30s, I'm like, this time fucking matters. This time matters even more right now for me if I can establish a really strong foundation for my body. But for you guys, if you're postmenopausal, this really fucking matters. Strength training, resistance, creating more resistance on your body, on your muscles is a way to make your body strong. And then implementing proper nutrition. You cannot fuck up here in the nutrition arena. Like you gotta really get real with yourself. Do you want to live a strong and healthy rest of your life? Do you want to be strong and healthy the rest of your life? Then you can't fuck up with your nutrition. You can't be inconsistent, because then you're just fucking around with your life. All right? Literally, it matters now. It matters at any stage of life. But most importantly, postmenopausal, it matters because everything starts to shift. So what I really want you to understand with what I'm about to say next is less is more. You have to understand it. It's a really important concept to understand here. Lowering stress on your body by lessening the amount of days that you work out will create way more results. So if you are 50 years old or older, you need to incorporate the less is more motto into your life. Really understand that concept. And this may be completely opposite from what you are used to, but too much working out could also be the reason why you aren't seeing the results that you want to see. If you are creating too much stress in your body at this stage of life, that will even more, your cortisol levels are already naturally risen after menopause. It will even rise your cortisol levels more. And that cortisol hormone, that's the hormone that stores body fat when it's elevated. So if that's elevated due to too much working out, your body could be storing fat. And it's that visceral abdominal fat, you guys, which is completely counterproductive to what you want to accomplish. So let me share an example with you, because I'm literally taking this from my WarriorBabe Blueprint program right now. This information I'm sharing with you is a module inside of my WarriorBabe Blueprint program. Now, on my WarriorBabe Blueprint coaching calls, so there's 2 coaching calls per week where I'm able to speak with the individual directly, hear them, unmute them. This woman came on to my Q&A, and she said, Nikki, I'm training 6 days a week. I forget how old she was. She was definitely 50 plus. And she's like, Nikki, I'm training 6 days a week. I'm so freaking tired. I'm so fatigued. I'm not seeing any changes in my body. I'm putting in the work. What is going on? And I said, well, sounds like this particular thing that I'm sharing with you guys right now, which she had just gotten into the Blueprint program, so she wasn't too familiar with this module yet. So I told her to go listen to this, and I told her to implement the strategies I'm telling her to implement, which I'll share with you guys, which I just shared with you about lessening the amount. So I would recommend you guys do like 4 or 5 days of training, maybe even 3, but I know it's pushing it for you go-getters. So maybe even backing it down to 4 days a week for training. So she knocked it down to 5, She came back like a week later, and she goes, Nikki, oh my God. Her weight dropped. She felt so much better. Her photos were insane. You could see the changes happening by just backing down one day of working out. No changes to her macros, no changes to anything else, just by eliminating one day of working out. It will make an absolute game changer, you guys. So take this seriously. If you are somebody who is struggling, you're somebody who's kicking your ass, you're a go-getter, you're doing 6 days a week, I fucking love that mentality, but let me tell you, you're going to drill your head into a wall as to why you're not getting the results that you think you should be getting with the hard work that you're putting in. You're putting too much stress on your body. Now, don't get me wrong, the stress that you are putting on your body with your workouts is a good thing, but it's too much. It's too much all at once, especially with what your body is going through with the menopause stage of life. So back it down, guys. Back it down to 4 days, 5 days, maybe 4 days. You guys have that ability to do it inside the application. Pull it back a day, and then see how you feel. Reassess your energy levels. Reassess your recovery. Reassess all the kind of things that you may be experiencing now that is painful and sucks and hurts, and then implement what I'm telling you to do right now and see what kind of change that creates. Less is more at this stage of life, my friends. Less is more. Okay, so if you need to listen to that rally call again, go listen to it again. This is absolute game-changing information for you women that need this right now. All right, so let me know what you guys thought about this rally call inside of the Facebook group. I would love to know what you guys think, especially my menopausal women or perimenopausal women. Let me know, comment inside the group. And then remember, tune in to our Q&A, which will be Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, babes? New week, start it strong. And I will see you guys inside the community. All right, bye, everyone.